And then finally, habit number 6 to help make this the best year ever is what I like to refer to as multi-modality multitasking. This is a bit of a mouthful. I'm sure there's a sexier way of describing this thing. But basically, one question I get a lot when I do talks and things is usually from people with jobs. Like you've got a 9 to 5 or maybe like a 9 to 9 or whatever the job is, and you want to build the business or do the side hustle thing outside of the day job. But obviously, you've got a job, right? So it's like when you've taken into account the time you're at the job, commuting to the job, commuting from the job, trying to eat food, general life maintenance, especially if you have a family, especially if you have kids, my goodness, there are very few hours in the week left to be able to pursue your dream. And then you're like, well, am I just sort of stuck in this grind of the day job where I live to work and stuff? Or can I magically find time? Can I become more productive or more efficient so that I can find this magical time and be able to use that magical time on things related to building my dream, whatever the dream is. For some people it's a business, for some people it's a YouTube channel, for some people it's writing a book, for some people it's doing the art on the side. Whatever the dream might be, you need time is the key currency. Well, time, energy, and focus, but time is the first one. Time is a key currency that you need to be able to make progress on your dream. So how do you create more time? Well, we all have the same 168 hours in the week. If you have a job, a huge chunk of them are already taken up with the job. If you have a family, if you have responsibilities, a huge chunk of those are already taken up. But a key thing that really, really helped me when I was building my business, when I was building my dream, was multimodality multitasking. What this basically means is doing two things at once. Doing two things at once creates time. What you don't want to do is try and focus on two things at once. Like if you're doing focused work, it has to be on just one thing. There's all sorts of research about the idea of attention residue, about the idea about if you're trying to, work on your book while also answering emails. That's not going to work because that's the same modality. You're trying to do the same thing. Whereas multimodality multitasking would be, for example, listening to an audiobook while doing the laundry. It's like two different modalities, you're doing the multitasking, it's fine. Or listening to a podcast or audiobook while you're on your commute to work. Now you can get a lot of the benefits of the knowledge that you're acquiring from whatever your dream is. In my case, it was listening to business books and business podcasts. You can do that while doing other things. You don't want to do that while spending time with your family because you want to be present with that. You don't want to try and do that while focusing on your work. But if you're doing stuff like driving or like walking or like doing the laundry or like doing the dishes, whatever the situation might be, you could always be listening to something while that is happening. I'm not saying you have to do this. I don't want the anti-toxic productivity people to come after me because, oh my God, he's promoting toxic. I'm not promoting toxic productivity here. What I'm saying is that if you have a dream and you're finding yourself without the time to focus on building that dream, you could actually create more time by doing multitasking in this sort of way.